Yeah. Okay, go on.
This podcast may contain questionable language, will contain spoilers, and is beginning to see the light.
Hello everybody and welcome to episode 239 of MovieDrone. I'm growing a second head to cope with my massive brain, Steve.
I'm growing lots of hair, so it looks like I might have a brain, Mark.
We're talking about that. We want you to go back to that fresh-faced young man that you used to be.
Yeah, it's never happening, mate.
No,
I'm old now.
Oh yeah. The reason I say that, I had like a weird sort of lump come up on behind my ear, like this sort of like bruise thing. I don't know where it came from. It's quite painful, but I think it might be my brain expanding to take in all this extra shit that I'm having to do.
Let's hope so, mate, because I've been watching lots of programmes where they've been drilling people's heads open to get stuff out of it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a concern. Is it? You know what I mean? Yeah. Well, it hurt quite a bit.
Even like normally they'd say it's a plum size, and then for you they'd say it's a pea size lump, and then people would be like, wow, that's massive.
Yeah. Well, everyone's like, oh, you're going to go to the doctor and say, no, it'll probably be all right, is what I said.
It'll probably
be all right. So have you been, mate?
I've been all right, mate. It's nice. I know you're going to cry here and go, but I get to go to work in the light, and I come home in the light now.
Right.
That's quite nice, isn't it? Dangerous, because I go to work through country roads, so the dark is your friend in a country road. So lots of people are smashing into me every day. But yeah, it's light. You can see stuff.
Is it? I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't see it in the morning, obviously.
Yeah, no, it's light when I'm in. So up at 6, it's light, mate.
You nice. Like my journey in the morning. No one else. I hardly see. I see about 2 cars. And
great, isn't it?
Oh, lovely.
It is lovely. Had a laser birthday party the weekend for Littlin. I would thoroughly recommend those. Thoroughly recommend them, because they just fuck off. It's great. You turn up, there's loads of these kids, and you think, this is going to be hell. And then they go, right, game. And then they all go in.
Is this the one that you played before? And you
just beat them all.
Did you?
Yeah, beat them all, yeah.
Did you do it again?
No, it was kids only this time.
Banned, was you?
So me and Luke just sort of hung out, talking about how bad our jobs were and how worse our colds were than anyone else's.
All about nerfing?
A little bit of nerfing.
Was it?
A little bit of nerfing, nothing more. I haven't been for ages, have I? I struggle to fit it all in.
For camping on?
No, it's just struggle to fit it in, innit? I really want to go, but I did treat myself to a new present this week, though, mate. Got one of them headsets that make you look like you're in a call centre. Got a new one. I have to do my tutorials. I've got to do an oral assessment, so I had to buy one of the ones. Apparently, it's not funny when I keep walking around doing impressions of things for it. And can I take your order, please? Not funny. Who'd have thought it? I 5th time, mate, I thought I nailed it, but it's not on. I mean, it's a pretty lean week for stories, mate, if I'm honest. I got all 3 of them Masked Singers between us in the final.
I mean, what is that shit?
It's car crash, mate, but it's about all I can mentally cope with at the moment.
Honestly, is it just like people going on, then you have to try and guess who's singing?
Yes, exactly that.
And it's like people that you wouldn't expect to be under there, so there's no chance of getting it.
Some of them just sound like the people.
Oh, are there any clues or anything? Or?
Yeah, loads of clues.
Has Les Dennis been on it yet?
I don't think he has.
Oh, well.
I'll keep him in the bank.
It hasn't gone that low yet then. Yeah. You're all right.
Not yet. No, I've had some reasonably big ones in it.
Bradley Walsh.
I mean, they go, I reckon that's Lady Gaga, and it's like Sharon from EastEnders. So, you know, there is a disparity between who's expected and who turns up, but there has been some bigger ones on there, mate.
Has there?
Yeah. Exciting stuff. You should watch it, mate. Masked Dancer will be on soon.
I don't think I'd ever be able to get Jill to watch that.
No. It's horrific. I can't defend it. It is horrific.
She won't watch. I only watched like the Britain's Got Talent and that for the car crash ones, the really bad ones. But they stopped showing them up, haven't they?
Yeah, bullying and stuff.
Yeah,
and
they stopped doing it. Yeah, it becomes
now.
A bit boring now, doesn't it?
But I just want to issue a little bit of a warning to you, mate. A little bit of a warning. Unfortunately, the hut will be undergoing some changes.
No,
I've got her set up for an experiment in here. It's going to be approved. So that area over there is going to be basically growing plants. So the postman and Amazon probably think I'm a drug dealer at the moment because I've bought full spectrum growth lights.
Right.
And I've bought some drug dealer scales. Do you know the ones that go in your pocket and you have to put them on and you like put the little weights on? They sell a lot of them on Amazon. I can't imagine what a lot of people are using them for, if I'm honest.
Jewellery scales, Mark.
Jewellery scales, yes. I'm sure that's exactly what people are using them for, Steve. But I've got a set of them, all sorts of shit turning up for growing plants. Yeah.
Well, where are you doing it? Are you putting the tools and that somewhere else? Or what?
Yeah, them tools will move over and then there'll be 4 boxes over there. So they won't encroach further than the rug.
Right. As long as it don't stink, I don't care. So
I can't guarantee it.
Right.
Might have to do it in the dark, though. I don't want to affect the photo period of the experiment.
Giddy on. Jesus.
How's your week been, mate?
I don't know. Obviously, apart from the head growth, obviously still working quite a bit. Yeah. Been doing a bit of This is how bad the work's getting, right? I went for a run at the weekend. I had to do 15 miles the weekend, and I decided I felt a bit rough in the morning, so I decided to do my little 5k loop. Yeah. So like 5 times. Yeah. As I said, felt a little bit rough. After the first 2 laps, 10k, I thought, I'm going to have to detour to home. I need a bit of a poo. Yeah, right? Yeah. So I thought I'll have to go home, have a bit of a poo while I'm running. So while I was sitting on
poo while you're running, that's impressive.
Almost did. Yeah. And so I managed to get home, and then I was sitting there, and I thought, while I'm here, I'll do some work. So I was sitting on the toilet mid-run doing a bit of work on my phone. I mean, how sad is that?
I've got to be honest, mate. After YouTube and that. You've got YouTube and you watch all sorts of shit. IMDb.
No, working. It's doing my nutting, mate. Doing my nutting. So I've got half marathon this weekend.
Do you want to give an update? Oh, I'm still not going. I'm just...
Ivory Coast bananas at the moment are not very good. They're giving me a bit of a headache.
Are they? Is that from climate?
Yeah, because it's a bit too hot. Yeah.
That's too hot?
When they pick them, and then I don't think they clean the tanks properly as well. So we're getting a bit of rot. And then we've had a couple of containers turn up that were too hot. The smell of a banana container when it's horrible, mate.
What do they give off? Is it ethylene or something?
Well, I mean, let's just not get into the old ethylene thing. But anyway, they do, and the smell's really bad, really whiny, So the whole place stinks at the moment.
What do you turn up? Do you just go, bin a lot, mate, bin a lot, or can you
I try to shut the door and then they keep getting surveyors in, so then I have to unload some more and it just gets more smelly every time I unload it. So anyway... That's bananas.
Yeah, that was I've learned something.
Can we get a jingle?
Banana time.
Do the old banana man jingle. And we do that. Tim update. I think he's still going strong. I was having a thought about this. I'm not sure if this travels, because I'm not sure if the sitcom Father Ted travels around the world.
I wouldn't have thought so.
Do you think that he's had the Father Jack moment yet, where he eventually sobers up and looks around and goes, fuck, who are you lot? Who's are these kids? Looks at Lisa. Fucking wakes up in the morning.
Morning.
Yeah, he's finally sobered up and doesn't know where he is. So I just thought that was funny. Made me laugh.
It must be hard, mate, mustn't it? It must be hard.
We're painting him out as an alcoholic. But yeah.
He liked to drink, didn't he?
He did like to drink, yeah. But we'll see anyway.
Hopefully he's doing it for himself, though. And it's the benefits. Because I did do, when I was giving up Coca-Cola a while back, the downturn off of that when you're coming off it, mate, pretty horrendous.
Yeah, caffeine, you get headaches.
Oh, it was horrible. But actually now, I bet I have 1 a week, something like that. Yeah. And I do feel better for it.
Good.
So I eat loads of Haribo instead.
Tim's one, literally just you can see his family in focus for the first time in 10 years.
These weekends are half long, aren't they? Jesus, it's felt like I've had 2 whole days off.
So hopefully this thing on the side of my head doesn't burst.
Well, you got your run the weekend.
Loads of spiders come out or something.
Is it this weekend you run?
Yeah. Well, half marathon. Yeah.
Half marathon.
Half training for a marathon.
So you did over a marathon the other day then? You'll piss it. As long as you don't need a shit halfway round.
25 kilometres is not a marathon. 15.
No, but you did half a marathon you're doing this weekend.
Yes.
You said.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you've done it.
Oh, I've done it over there. Yeah, no, that's no problem. No problem. Don't worry about that.
You can't stop halfway for a shit. Fingers crossed for you.
Yeah, thanks, mate. Thanks. You got anything?
Yes, mate. I've got thanks to PJ Perez to Write Stuff Reviews, Jamie Irwin, Soundtrack Your Life, Keith Noakes, WTM, Mike, and Oscar.
Thank you very much for a retweet. You can poo on the way around if you want. Do a pull about. Can you shit yourself? Yeah. A lot of people when they're running marathons do poo a bit. So you have shit, you shit yourself and that. Runs down their legs. Have you never seen the photos?
They all hug each other at the end.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's a runner's thing, isn't it? We don't care. So I've got special thanks this week to Gill, Cassie, Jamie Russell, Glyn, Shaun Panda Nicolson, Emma at Movies, LJ Human, Ian McIntyre, Mr. Positivity, Ryan, Karim Helliwell, Dave Horrocks, Ben, Paul, and Adam from FilmBusters.
Hey, Adam.
he interacted.
He did.
He did say, yeah.
I think he put something like great episode. I'll have a tenner. He didn't listen.
Why don't we do a quiz? Get him on, do a quiz. So thanks everybody for all of your interaction.
Thank you.
Promo.
Hey there, I'm Eric. And I'm Brett, a.k.a. Mr. Positivity Wolfie T. We at WTM Watch This Movie talk about old movies, new movies. We do breakdowns. We do top 5 lists. We also rate movies that we've recently seen on our unique rating system. That's right. We're available on most podcast apps. You can check out our website at WTMWatchThisMovie.com. And you can check us out on Twitter at WatchThis_movie. We'll check you later.
Hey, did it, mate? Well done.
Got there. So, Never-Ending Story from... I ain't got to it yet. I ain't got to that episode yet. I'm still listening to the recently seen. They're talking about having their car trouble at the start. Just got to that one. So
I can barely watch Never-Ending Story now, let alone listen to an episode on it, mate.
No?
PTSD from Artex. Terrible.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is that the thing that
the horse that drowns, and then you've got the little wolf thing in the cave. I cannot wait to hear what they said about it. It's going to be amazing. Mr. P's nonchalance.
I don't know. It might have. I don't think that one was his choice, was it? It was Eric's choice. Yeah. But yeah, well, like I say,
there's
maybe
something exciting. I get excited like when we do it, when two grown men pick a film that's not aimed at their sort of age group anymore, right. And it's sort of that nostalgia thing where perhaps someone gets a nostalgia and someone doesn't. And I enjoy it when we do the homeworks and I give you random shit and you're just like, Mark, what the fuck is this? I'm looking forward to it. It's on my tomorrow's list.
Is it? Yeah. Good. So, yeah, please listen to our lovely friends, WTM, watch this movie. We need to have them on here. We do. Indeed. Go on then.
Welcome to the Mark reads some film lines in some similar voices and Steve has to guess the film from the lines read to get points game. Hashtag what's that film?
I'm getting more tired after doing these 6 days a week at the moment. So I'm not doing very well. I think there is a steady decline. Maybe you should do like a graph that shows my decline down into sort of zeros. I'm going to use that as an excuse. But who got what and what was it?
Not a very successful week, mate. I'm not going to lie. It was White Men Can't Jump.
It was.
It was. Kareem got a 0. Yeah. Gill got a 0.
Yeah.
Let Down Paul got a 2.
Right.
Glyn got a 3. Dave H got a 2 and LJ got a 3.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, middle of the roadish.
Okay.
We might have done a bit better, but there we are.
You reckon?
Yeah, well, I don't know.
It's not really like, I don't know. It wasn't massively well known, was it?
Very quotable film, though.
Yeah, I suppose. But again, it's not the sort of thing that pops up on your telly box all the time, is it? It should do. It's a good film. So what you got for us this week?
5 points in, mate. What's that film? I have, in fact, pursued some show reels in the Schwarzenegger library. And the time you took that car. Yay! Go on, son. Boom. How many days you been working this week? Oh, the cheer on you. I've never seen you so excited. Ever.
I've just pulled that right out.
I've known you now, like 10 or 12 years, something like that. I've never seen you excited.
Do you know
like
what? Do you know what? My mind just went, and it's just second head. It is. This is where I store it all. This is what's that film head coming out the back of my ear.
We're going to call you Pinky and that the brain. Pinky and the brain.
Oh dear, it's come out of nowhere. Beautiful. Go on then.
4 points for everyone else then. What's that film? We're police officers. We're not trained to handle this kind of violence.
Right.
3 points. What's that film? Thanks a lot, you shit-brain, fuck-faced, ball-breaking, duck-fucking pain in the ass. 2 points then, mate. What's that film? Wait a minute, this is a future? Where are all the phaser guns?
Right.
1 point. For everyone else who hasn't got it, here's your money shot. What's that film? John Spartan, you are fined 5 credits for repeated violation of the verbal morality statute.
Do you know what? I think no one should ruin that and say they got 5.
Yeah.
Really. Like,
even if they did.
Yeah.
Don't ruin it for Steve.
No, I think it's just say 4, you know what I mean? I don't think many people are going to get 5 anyway.
I reckon I know 2 people who are going to get 5.
Do you?
Yeah.
No, I bet they.
Do you want me to write them down 5? On a bit of paper?
After, let me know who you think.
Okay, I'm going to write them down, and then next week, if I get it right, I'll order it and show you.
All right. Okay, cool. There we go. So yeah, I mean, I don't think anyone's going to match me. That was just
I'm shocked,
perfect. Huh?
I'm so happy you were so excited.
It was amazing. I know.
All them weeks where you said, "I don't care, mate. Fucking shit game. Fucking shit. I don't really care. Don't give a fuck." That proves that you really, really do.
It's just that little pinky. That's doing it for me. Maybe I'm going to start fucking beating this world. Something so probably be about 10 times bigger next week. Won't be able to hold my head up.
But like on Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, is it Zaphod who's got the 2 heads?
and I probably just won't be able to do anything or function, but at least I'll get 5 on this fucking quiz every week. So please let us know what you think you got and how many you think you got via DM for next week then, please. Moving on.
Yes, mate.
This is... There we go. So I saw that we had a few in. We didn't do the pancake one.
No.
I mean, we were going to, because we was a bit concerned that we didn't have too much. Yeah. But I saw that we had another few in, which is good, but we could always do with some others. So where can people send us questions, mate?
They can send them via Twitter, which is @movie_drone, or via email on moviedronepodcast@hotmail.com.
Did you have pancakes?
No.
You didn't have pancakes?
No.
On pancake day?
No, the kids had one of them packet ones.
Right.
Because we all had a fry up and ate too much.
Oh, I had loads. I didn't have dinner.
Mate,
just had pancakes.
I mean, I'm not 11. So what I've realised is if I buy flour, eggs and milk, I can have them any fucking day of the life.
Yeah, but, you know, it's all to do with Easter, isn't it, apparently?
No.
It's Easter.
Are you doing Lent?
I don't know really what that is.
No, you don't. So you just have them when you want them, mate.
All right, okay. Have you done it? Where they can send it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I forgot what I was doing. Yeah, okay. So moving on.
Yeah.
This is the next section. This is the section that we love to call
Question Time.
Question time. Question time. Time for the question. Question time. Question time. Question time. Time for the question. Question time.
So, mate, this is question time. Who sent the question in and what's it about?
Well, it's from Pinky in the Brain, mate. Pinky in the Brain. This is because I had one, you got to have one. And then we actually got some people's ones that are going to keep Question Time alive, or I am scrapping it. I'm just saying. So just keep them coming in. But it's the top 5 dinner scenes. Then I realised I'd fucked it up to delete them all. And I've done the top 5 diner scenes as per you sent over.
It is diner. Because I thought to myself, right, I was talking with Jill. And I said to her, we need a question, something about pancakes. And she said, pancake toppings. I said, no, we discussed that. You can't do that. It'd be silly, you know what I mean? And I thought to myself, you know what, where do they have pancakes? Especially in America. Diners.
I've never been in an authentic American. The one at Detlin or round here are not authentic. But I've never been to the top of America.
Right.
Been to Costa Rica. I've not been in the proper bit.
Right.
And it is one of my ambitions, and it will probably be disappointing when I get there.
They are terrific.
They are good.
No, they are good.
They look amazing in the films.
Yeah, no,
so
they are
good.
They are good. They are very, very nice people in there as well.
And I want to sit there in the window with it all raining, looking out on a dark evening in New York, and I want the woman to keep coming over and offering to top my coffee up. Does that really happen?
Yes.
Oh, it's going to be amazing. I'm doing it.
All right, okay. Yeah. So, top 5 diner scenes. Go on then.
History of Violence, mate, number 5.
Right.
Can't remember the dude's name.
Viggo Mortensen,
that's it. When his true skills come to light. I got skills.
Yeah, because that was quite a good scene.
It was a great. I remember actually going, whoa, because he did beat the fuck up.
He did. Is that the film with the sauna scene? Is that?
Been a few years since I've seen it, mate.
Right,
it has been a few years.
Right. So my number 5 is True Romance. The lovers sharing pie.
Oh,
in there.
I didn't know.
No, it's that's it's a nice scene. I like the film. I got married to the music of True Romance.
Okay,
so that's good.
My number 4, mate. Grease 2. They're in the diner. Michael and Stephanie discussing Hamlet assignment, and then Nogarelli and Goose wandering. Great.
A Goose or?
No, Goose.
Oh, right, okay.
Goose.
I can't remember it.
Played by Shooter McGavin.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, Goose. Right. Yeah, they're sitting in there going over Stephanie's homework.
Terrific.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't really remember that scene, surprisingly enough. No.
Sticks with you, mate. It's a great one.
My number 4 is Looper.
Okay.
So Bruce Willis and Joseph Gordon.
Remember the film, mate? Don't remember the scene. Explain.
Well, they're sitting in the diner, obviously playing the same person from 2 different time zones. And they're sitting having a chat in the diner. Yeah. I thought that was quite a good idea. Because, on time travel films, you always get this thing where you can't share the same space and all that, can you? But this was quite a good one where they just literally sat opposite.
It was a good film, actually. I might have to revisit that one, yeah. My number 3, mate, and it happens twice. Twice, I tell you. It's Dumb and Dumber. You got the one where he stitches the guy up to pay, and they go, he's going to get it, and they wave at him. And then you've got the chili pepper one, when they hide the chili pepper bloke. Brilliant.
Right.
Brilliant.
I didn't like was it Dumb and Dumber 2 that was the shit one?
I don't think anyone liked it.
No.
Dumb and Dumber.
Was it? Yeah. My number 3 is Heat.
Okay.
With the 2 heavyweights.
Yeah.
They hadn't really acted together, had they?
I don't know.
Pacino and De Niro.
I know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not aware of their timeline.
No, they've not really done a film together. I don't know. And they got them together in this one. Yeah. And they had that massive, long conversation in a diner. Yeah. And it was just fantastic. Dialogue was great. Film was great.
Okay. My number 2, mate. Speaking of De Niro, it's a Goodfellas.
Right.
With Ray Liotta and De Niro. And you've got Harry knows Jimmy wants to knock him off. He wants to have him knocked off, and he wants to. What do they say? Swim with the fishes, I think they say.
They do. Yeah.
And he knows, mate. You don't trust him, and the tension is amazing.
My number 2, Pulp Fiction. It's a double header. Got Jack Rabbit Slims.
Yeah.
And the one split at the start and the end of the movie.
Okay.
So you got obviously the bank robbery and all that, and then later on you've got
the split one. I mean, Jack Rabbit Slims. I know he's a diner. It's not what you think of as a diner, is it? I like the first and the end one.
Yeah, the first and the end one. Yeah, there's just lots of diners in it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
There is very diner heavy film.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah. My number 1, mate. Reservoir Dogs. A scene I can totally relate to.
You do. You're not a tipper.
I don't like tipping. I don't agree with it. I should not be subsidising people for doing their job.
I made you tip, I think,
you
the
did.
last time we went out.
You did. I think I still might owe you a £5. I'm not sure. I just, if someone is really good at their job, I will tip them. I should not be expected to subsidise people. I'm sorry, pay them a fair wage. If that means I pay more, I will pay more.
But by not tipping them, you're not. The owners don't know that you're making that statement.
But I just want them. I want them to be nice because they're enjoying their job. I don't want them sucking up my ass because they might want a bit.
How do you know? How do you know that they're not genuinely being nice because they really like to serve you, as opposed to sucking up to you? How do you make that judgment?
Because they can be a nice person. You think, actually, I'll tell you what. When I looked up and I wanted a drink, they got me a drink. They've said hello. They're very nice. They've not over-pestered me. And you get some people going, "Is everything all right?" And then they put 10% on the bottom of my bill for that. Fuck off, mate. You ain't here because you care, are you? No, I ain't having it.
I made you tip. That's one of the best things. I said to Gill, he's gutted. I made him tip. But anyway, it's a good one. It was a good one. My number 1, Jay and Silent Bob.
Okay.
The one where they're eating with the monkey that they've stolen. And they go outside and you got the federal wildlife officer, Will Ferrell, and the classic line, he loves the cock. And I'm surprised you didn't have that one because you had that one as your little jingle.
I did, yes.
On WTM.
I remember specifically picking that out for myself to send it over, mate. Yeah.
He loves the cock. And I just found it really funny. The scene is very funny with the monkey, with Will Ferrell not knowing that it's a monkey, thinking it's a kid. Amazing. I actually watched the clip just to do that. Yeah,
giggle at it.
Oh, in stitches, mate. Yeah. Absolutely in stitches.
Good for you, mate.
Got any honourables?
No.
Have you not?
No.
There's a good one in Natural Born Killers, quite a trippy one.
Yeah.
The Sting, I like that one where Robert Redford hides from the assassin.
Okay.
No Country for Old Men.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good dance scene there. And Hell and High Water, the one with the Rangers waiting to see if the bank across the street gets robbed, and you got the waitress who steals that scene.
Yeah.
Good ones.
Yeah.
Good ones. All American, obviously. We don't really have diners in it. We have calves.
Calves. Proper old calves.
Maybe we should do a top 5 calf scene.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Which maybe we should have done that because the gentleman would have been a good one.
Yeah, perhaps we'll save that one.
Yeah. There we go.
Calf. Proper old calf.
So please send your questions in.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Yeah.
We saw a film.
We did, mate. We saw a film. It's currently 6.5 out of 10 on IMDb. It's a 1 hour, 47 minutes. Builds an action-adventure thriller with a synopsis of a pilot finds himself caught in a war zone after he's forced to land his commercial aircraft. $25 million budget, so far grossing $48 million.
This is directed by Jean-Francois Richet, starring Gerard Butler, Mike Coulter, Yoson Ann and Tony Goldwyn.
This is 2022's Plane.
Clip.
Captain Torrance, flight commander. How can I help you?
Fugitive extradition.
Oh, is he dangerous? What did he do?
Homicide 15 years ago.
I don't want to scare the rest of the passengers.
I'm afraid you're stuck with us, Captain.
Get him on board. Let's have a good flight. We're cutting right through the top of this storm. Let's keep everybody in their seats. No exceptions, all right?
Getting everyone to have their seatbelts securely fastened.
Mayday, mayday, mayday. Trailblazer 119, we are dark. Anyone near guard, damn it. We're gonna hit. We're gonna hit.
It's exciting, wasn't it?
There were some horrible edits in that video. The trailer, I had to get rid of some. Yeah. Awful.
So, mate, what did you think of 2023's Plane?
You know what, mate? It was all right, wasn't it? It was all right. I expected a lot worse.
Did you?
I think that helped. I think the fact that I expected it to be so bad gave me a little pleasant surprise. And I totally agree with Ryan when he says it's bad good.
Right.
Because it is bad good.
Okay. I don't think it's particularly good.
Right.
Really.
Okay.
I think that there's certain things that they could have done that would have made it a bit better. I mean, I did the notes a few days after seeing it, and I found out it's not that memorable.
Right, okay.
So I did struggle. I was hoping for an all-in action film.
Yeah.
You know, I think that there's one thing that this did wrong, and it was to make it felt very PG.
Yeah.
I don't know how it's a 15.
Yeah.
I know there's a bit of sort of like blood splatter and stuff.
A beheading.
It wouldn't, yeah, but off screen. You didn't see.
I mean,
that.
you allude to it. I think that's probably.
I just thought it was a bit of a limp lettuce. I think that they should have done it as an 18.
Yeah.
Right. I suppose it's just about the money and that anyway, though, isn't it? Do it as an 18 and make it like a fully charged sort of action film, like Expendables or something. You know, like something a bit
can't disagree.
exciting. I just found it to be, as I said, a limp lettuce. It has wiped its arse at the box office, though.
I mean, I'm not being funny, mate. It's nearly taken as much as Babylon.
Has it?
It has.
I mean, do you reckon it'll get a sequel, like Ship? Or
apparently, there is one in the workings.
I think I did hear it somewhere. Yeah. So, Ship. Or what else could there be? Train?
I think it is called Ship.
Car?
I'm sure it is. I'm sure it's Ship or something that there was talks in.
Is it just going to be like this like trilogy or something of this bloke who has some really bad luck? Or is he going to end up as a captain of a ship?
I'd imagine Ship's just going to be a rip-off of Captain Phillips, isn't it? Yeah. There's not really a lot you can do with a ship.
No.
Can't absolutely land it in the middle of the jungle, can you?
No, I suppose. But, I mean, is Gerard Butler going to end up as the new Liam Neeson, seeing as Liam Neeson's deciding to be the new Frank Drebin?
Yeah, I mean, in fairness, you look at Liam Neeson, he's a dependable pair of hands. He does an all right job.
I saw I digress. I saw a news story saying that Liam Neeson was discussing the role of 007 or something, and his wife said, if you take that role, I don't know, what, a divorce you or whatever. Can't remember exactly what it said, but I thought, what the fuck? Yeah. Don't be stupid.
Yeah, no, I mean, he's a dependable pair of hands, and I think Gerard Butler is.
Right.
He is what he is. He's all right. He's all right. I mean, for me, it did feel like an old school action flick. I can't disagree with you. It needed ramping up. But
toned down for the snowflake generation that we're getting.
Yeah, possibly. But also, I mean, the weirdest thing about this film, mate, I thought the actual action bits were rushed.
Right.
But then for a 1 hour 47 runtime, I only thought it was an hour.
Right.
So I must have been enjoying it because I thought that was really rushed.
Unless you fell asleep halfway through.
No, honestly, we sat down.
Did you have your present out?
I had this,
with your crate?
no, well, I did actually. I had the Wham things, but I was sitting there thinking, right, I've got to get this done. And it was after a tutorial because I wanted to watch the BAFTAs. So we watched the BAFTAs the night before. That was film night.
Right.
But I wanted to watch the BAFTAs. So the night after, I was like, well, I've got a tutorial. As soon as this tutorial was over, got to get the film on because I've got to get it watched. And I sat there and I was like, that can't be done. That can't be done already. An hour and 47 went by in a whiz, mate.
Right.
Perhaps we're just so used to 3-hour films. That just felt like half a film to me.
I mean, I needed a film like this.
Yeah.
I think we come to what we're doing next week, and I think I'm probably going to struggle a little bit with the pacing of it because I am tired.
Yeah.
I am falling asleep at 5 o'clock, 5:30 after dinner. I'm laying on the sofa and I'm asleep till 8 o'clock, and I'm going to bed at the moment. So I am struggling a little bit. So I think that this one did help.
Yeah.
The fact that it was sort of, I don't know, it was just fairly decently paced, and you're right, there wasn't that much to think about. So I think it suited my mood. But, you know, the main problem I think is just sat in this safe zone. And I think that the main problem for me was the crappy Island Terror group. I thought that they were pretty shit. And everything was alluded to, as you said, like they alluded to a beheading, whereas they had all these hostages. They even set up these hostages with these horrible people. Like the English bloke was a fucking wanker, wasn't he? Yeah. And like they'd set up this, and there was another American bloke who was a bellend. And you just think to yourself, they're giving me these characters. I want them to be dead because they're annoying and horrible people. And then they didn't do it. Yeah, they didn't do it.
I mean, I tend to agree, mate. For me, the peril was a minimum. The actual peril, because it was like, right, we need to go and save them. Oh, we've saved them. Right, we need to get back to the plane. Right, we're back to the plane. Yeah. And it all just felt a bit straightforward and, like I say, rushed. But time did go quick. It was clearly, I mean, clearly had a decent pace to it. But I just can't help but feel the actual peril inside weren't much.
Well, I mean, when it started to get a bit sort of like close to the edge, like when Gerard Butler gave himself up and stuff, then the good guys came in with the other machine guns and saved him. And
could have done with a bit more hostage taking, a bit more of a beating, a bit more of a thing to rescue him. But it was like, oh, you're all dead, right? Jump on the bus then, mate, back to the plane.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. Yeah. There was one good hostage or gorilla bloke. Yeah. I thought, not the main one, but he's like little sidekick one. Yeah. I thought he was quite good and quite nasty. I quite liked him. Yeah. But then they offed him halfway through. Yeah. And it just seemed to, I mean, there was like scenes when there was so many of the gorilla people dying. I mean, I know there was a lot of them, but these people were killing so many of them that they were just laying around.
I mean,
they were barely taking any hits. I think there was a couple of wounded people. That's it.
I've been to Airsoft, mate, and I can assure you that many bullets flying around, you're going to get hit. This is the whole thing. Like, you start punting all this around, you think, I can run to that tree. You ain't running to that tree, mate. No matter how much of a commando you think you are, under that much firepower.
Don't you just zigzag? Is that what it is?
I've got no zigzagging. I did love the elephant gun, though, smashing them through the cars.
Yeah,
I thought that was pretty good.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that.
They are good guns.
That felt new to me. I don't know whether it is new, but it's something I don't remember ever really seeing, where they was actually sandwiched between the cars and they was hoofed back.
No, that was quite. I did look quite like that, but maybe the rest of it was just so backward and sort of sat in like an 80s parody that it looked more fun than it actually was.
Couple of decent characters in there, though.
Who
did you think? I like the public relation dude who come in to save the company and was like just so sarcastic and like weatherman.
Right.
And he's just straight talking. I liked him. Right. And I quite liked Lewis, the actual criminal.
Oh, yeah. So he's probably the best character.
Yeah. And I thought probably the best actor.
Yeah. I did like the character. I did like the convict bloke. I've got down here. Favourite character was the convict. Although another cliche, we'll get to this in a minute, but although another cliche in a story about someone going travelling, like, I mean, there was loads of cliches. He was away from his family. His wife had died, going home for New Year. Yeah. They were transporting a criminal. I mean, it had every fucking cliche in the book. Had every nationality on the bloody plane as well. Yeah. You had people from Canada and fucking Korea and wherever, England. But I did think he was the best one. I didn't like the way that his story went and ended.
Did you know? I quite like the way they ended it when he went like, I can't come with you, and he just fucked off with the money.
Right.
I had quite a lot of time, but I actually thought weirdly his character was the best nuanced. Right. I actually sat down and thought about it, because there's a scene when so you got Brody, the pilot butler, and you got Lewis, and they're running around. Lewis looks like he's a commando. He's holding the gun right. He's really sharp. Gerard Butler looks fucking useless, like he's never picked one up. And I wondered whether they actually use that approach or whether it just happened to go that way.
Right.
But I thought Butler did look like a amateur compared to him.
Even though he'd been in the Navy, was it? Had he not been in the services?
No, I thought he had been just a pilot.
No, I thought he flew in the.
Not as far as I remember, mate.
No, I thought he flew in the military. I can't remember. I
just thought they showed him as a non-military man.
Oh, I thought he flew in the military. Maybe I'm wrong, and if he did, he probably would have had some weapons training. But maybe I am incorrect.
I mean, there is a chance I am, but perhaps I found a positive that's not there. But I just thought, actually, they normally show people who, like, never seen a gun before, mate, but yeah, I can fight like a commando. But I thought they did show him. He had guts and grit.
Yeah.
But he didn't look that comfortable.
Would you have, you get this, like, the captain. Would you have given yourself up to the guerrillas for those passengers if you was just an airline pilot?
Of course I would, mate. But you know me, I would have walked over there and all of them, they would have been dead, mate. I would have and gone in.
Is it a thing like now where is it the same thing as like a ship where the captain has to go down with the ship last and like an airline pilot? Because if it is right, I don't think I want to be an airline pilot. No. You know what I mean? I'd have been quite happy to just get off, wouldn't you?
Yeah,
find a boat and get off.
I'd have just got off the plane and gone, right, well, actually, at this time is when I hand over to my co-pilot, John over there. John's going to take command.
I liked the clean-up crew.
Yeah.
But obviously, I mean, I don't know. They just seemed to kill loads of guerrillas.
They were very, very good, weren't they?
They were, yeah. But I did like them. I liked the leader of them. I liked the fact that they did seem professional. I liked the idea of the airline having these little sort of mercenaries that they send in these situations. I wouldn't want to be one, if I'm honest, but I liked them while they was on screen.
Yeah. I did find a few plot holes, though. Really? I mean, not shocked to hear, I can't imagine. I don't know about you. I can't remember there being any reference to the fact there was a murderer on board. Right. Even from the relations bloke going, look, we got to make sure they don't know we've got a murderer on board here. And then the missus stuck up for it, but at the end he pulls out his mobile phone, just rings his daughter, and I was like, I don't remember any of them trying to actually use a mobile phone for like, where are we? GPS, you don't need a mobile signal for, so you could have just turned off GPS and gone, oh, we're here, mate.
Yeah, like, where did he get? Actually, yeah, so he did. Oh yeah, he
just
phone.
Pulled it out, but
yeah,
I
don't know. I don't know where that phone came from.
But they had mobile phones, like the bloke was doing the video and stuff, but they're all sitting there with their sextant trying to work out where it is. Just turn the GPS on, mate. It'll tell you exactly where you are, given the coordinates.
I mean, you might not have been able to get a signal right out.
Well, this is what the missus said. She was like, if they had pulled out the old no signal thing, you would have bind it. And I was like, you're completely right.
But, you're right. He was looking for a phone, though, wasn't he? He was looking for a phone. So where did he get that? I'm trying to think back to the film. Because he had to use that landline thing, didn't he, to phone someone? But then he had his mobile. But the
English dude, I think, had the phone anyway.
Yeah, I can't remember. I'm sure that it's probably me missing. Yeah. I'm sure they've got it all covered.
I did think they missed an opportunity as well, mate.
Really?
But when the guerrillas turned up, right, and they was like, give me a passenger list. Give me a passenger list. And they was like, where's the captain? I said, he's one of the dead ones, mate. Because I wouldn't have thought them two would have been... That's what I thought they was going to do. The two that joined would have been the two that were missing.
Right.
And then they come and surprised them. They didn't know they was out.
Right.
But he grassed him right up. He's just like, yeah, he's out there, mate, looking for you. Then he, fuck him. I threw him right under a bus.
Everyone's their own, isn't it?
Yeah.
Everyone's their own.
You throwing me under a bus?
Yeah, 100%. 100%. If it meant saving myself, yeah. The setting I thought was okay. I quite like the island. Yeah, it wasn't too bad.
It looked a cheap setup. When you look at the budget, reasonably modest, and you can see why. Like there's a bit of concrete. Stick a JCB and some barrels there. I get some old cars.
Yeah, but I mean, I think the effects
of
the plane crash seemed to work.
Yep.
The little bit of turbulence I thought was good. The guns, they looked all right. Yeah. I think that bit looked all right. It probably looked like an airsoft village. You know, like you know, like one of those sort of like paintball places. But I don't know.
It was decent.
It was all right.
I had no reason to believe they weren't where they said they were.
Which was
some island in the Philippines.
Is it YOLO or something?
Yeah.
Is that what it's called? Does it exist?
I doubt it.
Oh. Not going to go there then.
No.
Didn't look that appealing anyway.
No.
Didn't look that appealing. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Gerard Butler, I don't know whether I really want to see him in loads of films like this. I don't know.
He looks like he's hard work to talk, doesn't it? You know when he got sliced alone? He's a bit like that where he actually looks like it's a lot of work.
Right.
And I think you get more of his Scottish accent.
Yeah. One of the worst bits, I'm glad that they didn't do it, but do you remember when his daughter was leaving him that really slushy message? And I said, I can't watch this. This is making me feel sick. And I thought it was going to come through.
Both.
Did you?
That's what I kept saying. She was saying something. I was going, he's got to get his message yet. He's got to get his message
And they didn't bring
No.
it through. Do you think they did and they cut it? Because it was so fucking bad.
That's when he pulled the phone out, I was like, here we go.
Yeah.
And I was expecting him to sit there and get it and start crying or something. But he's just like, hello, it's me.
Yeah.
I'll be home for dinner or whatever he said. And yeah.
It's weird though, isn't it?
It was.
Because I don't know what the point of her leaving the message was. I reckon there's something left on the cutting floor there.
Must
like
be.
him taking that message. I don't know why they didn't cut the whole thing.
It made sense to have her in there so he could bring her and go, look, this is roughly where I am, tell someone.
Yeah.
I mean, do you reckon Margaret from the airline got sacked for ignoring that message?
Do you know what?
Sorry, you're probably not the person. Oh, I need your badge number and stuff.
I'm hoping so. She was the worst. The worst emergency.
I did say to Cass, I was like, Steve would be going up the wall with this. He cannot stand people who don't believe people.
Although that would probably be me. You'd probably phone me up, and by the time I put the phone down, I'd have forgotten where you were. I'd have gone, shit, where the fuck was he?
Nah, he either said Australia or Austria. Hang on. No, it might have been America.
And he either said that he has been with gorilla or gorillas. So, I don't know, mate. I would certainly do that. But yes, she definitely does need sacking. It was a bad moment. But I don't know. I ain't got much more to say about it.
No, me neither, mate. I'll say it went quick. I enjoyed it. I shut off. I couldn't ask for a lot more.
Right.
For when I needed it.
Right.
I've still only got 63 on it.
Have you? I mean, I've only got 35.
Okay.
If they'd had a bit more claret and they were killing more hostages and all that, I'd have found it more fun. I just found it like quite tedious, and it was okay. It kept me awake, but that's about all I can say. I've got here watched once, leave alone. It kept me awake. That's about all I can say on it. Have you watched anything else?
I had some study films on, mate. I was studying, and I had D2 Mighty Ducks on.
Right.
Followed by Old Yeller, followed by The Ugly Dachshund. What a day it was. Amazing.
I couldn't have watched any of them. Well, actually, I might have been able to watch the duck one, but Ralph wouldn't have let me. He's constantly watching my bird table at the moment. A squirrel comes and he goes fucking mental. And the squirrel comes sits in front of the window. What bastard he is.
I was going to start a little tally chart of every time when Cass walks in the room went, what the fuck are you watching? It was at least 5. It would have at least got across it.
I haven't had a chance to watch anything else, really. We've been watching episodes of The American Office.
Okay.
I think we're through to about season 3. We just have that on constantly at the moment.
Weirdly, mate, I've always said I'd never watch it.
Right.
And a YouTube video come up with one of the funniest pranks or something from it. And I actually laughed a lot. And I was like, I think I might give this a go, you know.
I think you might like him.
Yeah.
I think you might like him. He is quite funny. But yeah, that's all I've been watching.
Cool.
All right. Moving on.
Yeah.
This is the next section. This is the section that we have to call Homework. So this is the section where we give each other films that we love and the other one hasn't seen in the hope of uncovering hidden gems. You gave me a film this week. What did you give me?
Gave you a film, mate. It's currently 6.7 out of 10 on IMDb. It's a 2 hours long, but it was a crime drama. With a synopsis of Kenny Wells, a prospector desperate for a lucky break, teams up with a similarly eager geologist and sets off on a journey to find gold in the uncharted jungle of Indonesia. Starring Matthew McConaughey, Edgar Ramirez and Bryce Dallas Howard. $20 million budget, grossing $15 million. 2016's gold. Similarly.
Rotten Tomatoes hates this.
Yeah.
Hates it.
Yeah.
I mean, I read some scathing reviews.
I'm not interested in Rotten Tomatoes, mate. I'm interested in you.
I mean, I couldn't hate on it, really. I mean, it doesn't pretend to want to change the world, but I had an okay time with it. I like the fact that when you look at it, it says it's loosely based on a real-life story. And I like that because it just means they've made loads of stuff up. And it's just like like a tiny little bit of the story. But an interesting story nonetheless. I'd like to know about the actual one that it was based on. So the best thing about this, mate, was the disappointment in Jill's face when she sat down to watch Matthew McConaughey in all his glory and got the fat balding one.
Yeah.
I love it. Absolutely love it. I can't believe she went, is that Matthew McConaughey?
Yeah.
Well, she said, McConaughey, is it? McConaughey.
Yeah.
She said, is that Matthew? And I went, yeah. And she went, oh. And I love that. It's so funny. Same thing happened in Dallas Buyers Club as well. Yeah. Brilliant. Loved it. His character's terrific again, though.
Yeah.
I like it. I mean, he's totally off his nut. Constantly had a drink in his hand. Yeah. I was actually fixated on that, about the fact that everywhere he went. And he didn't seem pissed most of the time.
No.
He was quite good.
He's like Tim, wasn't he?
The old Tim.
The old Tim.
Not the new Tim.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think there was a scene where he didn't have a scotch in there. Edgar Ramirez played off Matthew McConaughey pretty well. Yeah. I don't think I really took to the character because there wasn't much of a personality, but I thought that they worked quite well because you had his sultry performance and Matthew McConaughey's manic.
Let's just call him Matt, shall we?
Yeah, should we call him Matt?
Matt, yeah.
And Matt's manic.
Yeah.
Like, it was like yin and yang, you know what I mean? A sultry and a manic. And I think that worked.
A balance.
Yeah, I quite liked those two together. Bryce Dallas Howard, I haven't really seen a lot of her, but I'm tempted to sort of have a look into her filmography. Yeah. I thought she was quite good in this. Yeah. Thought that she perfectly matched the character. Yeah. So yeah, if you was a screenwriter and you were writing it, I imagine that was how you pictured that performance going when you were writing it. So she done a good job. Do you know anything about the real life story or whatever? No?
I didn't. I had seen what you said with Loosely and thought, I don't want to know.
No. But I like the idea. What was it? He put in river gold in the samples and just nobody checked. Yeah. I like the idea that it just went to the stock market or whatever and just nobody checked the claim.
I like the fact they did over loads of fucking rich people. That was my favourite bit. All them that thought they was in on the easy buck.
Do you know anything about whether he got away with the money or whether anyone did? Or did the bloke actually get chucked out of an helicopter?
Well, the bit that I read up of is that they reckon he died. He didn't come out of a helicopter. I think he went missing and they think he's dead, not alive. Right. And there's no evidence ever of a check turning up at the end.
Right. So this is all the Hollywoodised bits. Yeah, and they're the quite fun bits, aren't they? I was a little bit disappointed at the start when we didn't, because it sort of jumped, didn't it? You saw him with his father, and he obviously had like his smooth suit and all that on, and had the business, and all of a sudden they didn't. Yeah. I felt like it would have added a bit of weight to his character if I understood a bit more about what happened. So,
it's a story time and time again, mate. The old man builds a firm up. The young man comes in, thinks he knows it, and fucking drives it into the ground.
I know what they alluded to. Yeah. I just would have liked, even if it was a montage or something like that showed me what he did or what he did wrong or whatever that him ended up running that business out of a bar.
Too risky, wasn't he? Too much of a fire.
No, of course, yeah, but I don't think it added enough weight to the character. Okay. It would have made me understand the character a bit more.
I've seen him do a few bad deals.
Yeah. And see it all sort of like go under. I think it would have been a more of a peaks and a trough. Okay. You know what I mean? I would have understood it a bit more. Got a fair film for 20 million.
Yeah. I think so.
Locations and all that were quite good. I mean, the jungle one gave me the willies though. Well, fucking mud and that everywhere. Like,
love it, mate. I was watching him laying there, even when he had malaria, thinking, "You lucky bastard." I'd love to be there.
What, just in all that rain and shit? And you can't get wet.
In my I'd love to sit under a little tin shed.
Yeah, that's all right, sitting under there, but not rolling around in the mud and not having to change your clothes and all that, and just being in all that shit and mud and crap.
It's what it is.
Oh dear. But yeah, it gave me the willies, that one. And the con part, as it unravelled, I thought was pretty good, pretty sweet. But yeah, it's just difficult to know.
Did you have any idea the con was coming?
That he'd done it? I mean, not really.
Did you sort of bought into the fact they had actually found it and he would...
Yeah,
I did, totally. I didn't see the double cross bit coming.
No, I mean, when you actually sort of looked at it and it with the synopsis loosely based on blah, 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 and it sort of explained a bit and you knew something was coming.
Yeah.
But no, I didn't realise that people could be that stupid, you know what I mean, and not check something and give them like...
Got to have the balls to do these things in the hope, haven't you?
You have, yeah. But I thought Matthew McConaughey as...
Matt.
I thought Matt's performance was great again.
Yeah.
I really did. I'm not sure there's much that I don't like that he's done.
Right.
I mean, maybe some of these soppy things with, is it Goldie Hawn and stuff? Is it? Who's it doing?
Kate Hudson.
Is it? That's it.
In fairness, though, he dabbled with that and he seems to have realised, actually, I need to sort myself out here.
Did we not do a film where he was searching for treasure and that, or did I just have to
Fool's Gold, yeah.
Did we do that?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
I can't remember what we've
great
done.
Fun.
The soundtrack had great energy.
Yeah.
I thought that was quite good. I like the films of this sort of era because you always get a good soundtrack and that, didn't you? And yeah, I mean, if you were to sort of like put it up as a film, I thought it was going to be something like Blood Diamond.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Okay.
That's what I had with the gold and stuff like that. But it's not obviously as good as that. But I had an all right time with it, mate. I've got 64.
Okay, that'll do.
It was all right.
Yeah,
and I think
do.
it's mostly his performance that done it and the fact that I did like the little con job and all that. I haven't done it. So, yeah, cool. It's recommended for like a Saturday night film if you want to sit down and watch something with the missus.
It's on Prime, I think.
Just to watch the disappointment in your wife's face when she sees
when Matt turns up.
How fat and bald he is.
Fat Matt.
Yeah. So, me to you next week then, mate. I'm giving you a 2022 film directed by Sam Mendes, starring Olivia Colman, Michael Ward, Monica Dolan, Tom Brooke, Tana Moodle and Hannah Onslow. Running time of 113 minutes. Box office of 5.6 million. I don't have a budget. 6.6 on IMDb. 44% on Rotten Tomatoes. With a synopsis of the duty manager of a seaside cinema who is struggling with her mental health forms a relationship with a new employee on the south coast of England in the 1980s. I'm giving you a 2022 film with some nostalgic bits in, mate. You will recognise a lot of the scenery. Empire of Light.
I go down Margate. Nice.
Down Margate.
Yeah, old Mark worked on this one, didn't he? Perhaps I could say to him, does his company want to sponsor the episode?
Maybe, yeah.
Try and get some free shit.
Yeah, get some free shit. Okay. Like Empire of Light hats and that. So
I was thinking more like sweets and chocolate.
Oh, well,
yeah.
Okay.
Like the old school days, mate.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can watch that.
Cool.
Right?
Nice.
So what we're doing as our main next week?
The Whale.
We are.
Yeah.
We are.
So exciting.
Oh, is it though?
I've seen it and I'm excited to find out what you think.
Oh, yeah. I just am going to struggle. I think that the pacing is going to make me a little bit tired. So I've got to try and work out when I can sort of get there and stay awake. But, you know, we need to get back up to date with something a little bit more sort of, I don't know.
I'm also going to write down some predictions for you.
Right.
For this one. Oh, next week's going to be Prediction City.
Right.
Okay, there we are. That's what I don't reckon you're going to like. I reckon you're going to love that.
This new section?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
There we are. There we are. Predictions.
Mystic Mark?
Yeah, Mystic Mark, yes.
Okay. So, mate, do you want to reiterate how people can get us on social media?
Yes, mate, they can get us via Twitter, which is at movie_drone, or via email on moviedronepodcast@hotmail.com.
Lovely, lovely. Well, I'm going to go home and measure Pinky and see how big he is and see if it gets... It's quite solid.
Yeah?
It's quite solid, yeah. I don't know.
You might get on that Dr. Pimple Poppers or whatever it is.
No, it's not. It's not one. It's not, honestly. No, it's all bruised underneath. It's like I've either been like severely bitten, maybe a banana spider came down out of a pallet, or I don't know, something else. It's all bruised and it's quite firm.
I hope we don't look back at this episode in a couple of years and regret it. I wish Steve would have taken that more seriously. We sat there laughing about it.
I think that's the story of all my illnesses. So there we go. Hopefully I'm around next week then. So so are you done?
Yes, mate.
Are you done? Thank you very much, everyone, for listening. And if you have got any abnormal growths on your head, I would certainly try and go to the doctors. So do you want to say goodbye then, Mark?
Goodbye then, Mark.
See you later, everybody.
See ya. Bye.
Bye.
Can't remember if I did this one a couple of weeks back. Terrible, wasn't it? Here we go. Here, mate, I went to the dentist. Does that sound familiar?
No.
No, I went to the dentist because my teeth going a bit yellow, aren't they?
Mm.
So he said to me, he asked if I smoked or drank coffee. Oh, well, I drink it.
I can't laugh too much because Jill got really excited because I laughed last week. But she did say that she could hear the fact that I was so tired that I couldn't help myself.
Delirium laugh.
Yeah,
I'll take it.
Yeah, I know you will. I know you will.
Thanks a lot, you shit-brain fuckface ball breaking. Thanks a lot, you shit. Thanks a lot, you. Fuck me. You ain't editing like that, are you?
Oh, I will do that one.